All right, welcome, ladies and gents. Let's get right into it. I hope you're having a good Friday. Today we were talking about automated messaging templates, and I'm actually going to give you guys a copy of this for those that watch and comment below. So, kind of jumping right in. This is just some housekeeping. Wednesdays we do Q&A where you can just come in, ask whatever questions you have about Airbnb, short-term rentals. If you missed last week, there was some interesting convos about my steak comment. And then Fridays at 1 o'clock, I'm a little bit late. I had a morning, afternoon meeting, but this is more kind of advanced topics. Today with the automated messages, I'm going to give you exactly the automated messages that we use internally at MyTripleFile, where we manage over 40 properties. So without further ado, I will share my screen. And then here's just kind of looking back. I've done a lot of these. I'm really diving into the content. So if you have specific things that you want me to cover and give my expertise on, I will do it. There's a lot in here. One of my favorite ones that we've done in the past was like AI and how I'm using it. There's like eight or 10 things in there that were super helpful. So automated message giveaway. I have templated out our automated messages here into a Google Doc. You can have it. I will put it in the comment below. Let me just put that in the comment right now. And then also, I give a lot more of this info away for free in our Launchpad program in my community. We've got maybe 50 members here. I just started it not long ago. Completely free. We do have a paid program if you want more one-on-one, but the Launchpad has our automated links in here if you're already in that. So without further ado, I'm just going to go through it and kind of give some context behind how all this works and why we do it the way that we do it. We just passed 1,000 reviews on our main account. We've hosted, I don't know, thousands of guests. I think we've done like $2.1 million in bookings last year. So this has been battle tested, and we do everything for a specific reason that I want to kind of show here. So booking confirmation, we've got kind of what this is called, and then the timing of when it happens. And then there's some variables in here as well, like if you're using a property management software, I think this is our full Guesty. We started with Guesty for host, but I think these should be the exact like variables, so you can plug and play. There's no nothing really to worry about here. So booking confirmation. This is once again, if you don't have a property management system, you can build this in Airbnb. They have like individual variables, and you can switch out like names and things like that. So they make it super easy. I'm going to talk a little bit about Guesty specific features, but you can tailor it and kind of remove the stuff that either you don't want to do, or maybe Airbnb automated messages don't have. I don't use them. Everything that we use is through our PMS. So booking confirmation. So this is typically an hour after confirmation. This is kind of the simplified version. We do have a more advanced version so like, let me kind of give an example, and that'll probably make a lot more sense. So this one is like, if we have a message workflow, if it's a last minute reservation versus like a normal future reservation. So our last minute is, I think, within 3 days. So we send less messages in a shorter compressed time versus the longer one, which is what you're seeing here. This is like, if somebody books 2 weeks from now, we send more messages that are dripped out a little bit further apart. So once again, what you're seeing here in this automated message template here, that is free for you to take and run with and copy, steal it. This is the longer one outside of 3 days. Last minute is shorter things. So I think we send within like 5 minutes, the first one. And we send less messages just because it's, could be within 24 hours. So we don't want to send 12 messages within 24 hours. So thanks for booking with us. Fill in your check-in form. So our check-in form it asks for like ID, why you're traveling, verifying guest, how many pets are you bringing, if you are bringing pets. So a lot of the stuff that our team needs, our guest comms team needs to like vet and qualify the guest. So if somebody says, hey, I'm in town for a 21-year-old's birthday party, like huge red flag, huge red flag. Our team is going to go in, check their reviews because we have instant booking on all of our platforms. Then we're going to check the reviews and then verify that, like, first we require 25 years of age, so no 21-year-olds. But all that's done through the check-in form. And then we send automated messages if they don't fill in the check-in form after every, I think, 12 hours, 24 hours, something like that. And then same thing here. So this, you'll receive all your info 3 days before check-in. And I'll kind of show you how all that, this ties into like the actual welcome message here. So travel insurance. This is a blurb that we actually recently changed. We used to recommend travel insurance. And actually, we had like 3 individual providers here in the message. There were 3 individual links. This is before Airbnb and Vrbo provided like a built-in travel insurance program, because I know if somebody doesn't get travel insurance and they try to cancel, there are no exceptions. You're not getting a refund if you're within 7 days or within 14 days. We automatically say, okay, great, go ahead and file it with your travel insurance. They'll take care of any cancellation fees for you. So there's a reason, once again, there's a reason and strategy behind every little thing that we do. Welcome message. This is pretty straightforward. We send it 3 days before check-in. This is when they get the address. And then same thing, if they haven't filled out their check-in form, we need that before check-in. That is a big, big red flag. If somebody is not filling that out, they're typically, not think less or not reading the messages, more like they're actively not submitting their ID for whatever reason. So we require that on all of them before anybody checks into our properties. Just kind of a reminder, check in, check out. So these are default listing templates as well. Let me make this a little bit bigger. All right. So check in, check out. So just to remind them of the day and the check-in time, and then the checkout and the checkout time. So this is just to get ahead of any like, oh crap, I booked it for the wrong dates. Like what happened? Like I picked the 24th when I meant the 25th, and then also the check-in time. This is probably the biggest thing that we get asked on is like, hey, can I check in early? So that's a whole separate video of like what our check-in early process looks like. Each guest also gets a unique code, which you'll see here. This is, once again, generated by the property management system and some software on the back end, and then sent. So like Jane Doe is going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, when John Doe is going to get 4, 5, 6, 7. Their codes are different for one, security reasons. And if somebody tries to squat or stay past their checkout time, their code automatically deactivates at checkout time. 11 a.m., boom, no more getting into the property. So it helps us alleviate and get bad guests out if our cleaners are sitting there waiting as well. We do have the Wi-Fi in here. I think this is a variable now. We just had it hard coded when I created this, but that's one of the bigger questions. We tried to get ahead of a lot of the questions that we get with a lot of these automated messages because we want it to flow like a system. Treat it like a business, right? You're not here just a random hobby host. Like you're trying to get this dialed in. And then also make sure to review the house rules. So this is another really, really big one. We essentially say all of our house rules are here, no partying, no smoking inside. There's a fine for this. If you fail to take out the trash, if there's excess trash, like all the house rules that we do and we implement nowadays, you have to have it on your listing if you're charging a fee for it. But also, I want to send it in the text as well because some guests book 6 months in advance. So they haven't seen the house rules in 6 months. So we want to send that at least a couple days beforehand. Once again, this is a variable, and this is pulled from our house rules template in our property management system. So text for door code. This is one thing that we get often is like, oh, I didn't see the door code. Like, can you send it again? So everything here has been on platform on purpose because we want to have the check-in form. We want to have the address. Like we want to have all this on platform. What I mean on platform is on Airbnb, Vrbo, Booking, or any other OTA. So this is the first time we text the guest. So this is 5 hours. This is at check-in day, 5 hours before check-in. So we just say, hey, reminder, your key code is this, which will activate at this time of your check-in time. So now the reason why we do planned arrival time versus check-in time, getting a little nerdy on you, stick with me. This check-in time is what the listing default check-in time is. So ours is 5 p.m. Check-in time's 5. Checkout time is 11. So that's this. Now, if we were to ever change this check-in time, let's say our cleaners message us at 3 o'clock and they're like, hey, 123 Main Street is good to go. What we can do is we can go into our property management system, change the 5 o'clock check-in time to 3 o'clock. What that will do is that will update the guest code to not start at 5 o'clock. It will automatically update to start at 3 o'clock. So they can get in hypothetically 2 hours earlier. But for us, we don't have to manually remember to change that in the message. It automatically does it with having this different variable than the listing check-in time. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully I didn't lose you guys. So once again, this is the first text code to them. And it also kind of greases the wheel. If they have issues or something, I don't care if guests text us. Like, we got a comms department that handles 24/7 messages, even overnight. So texting is fine. Platform message is fine. If they want to message, they will get a response. But sometimes for the guest side, it's easier to handle text messages. So check-in confirmation. This is sent 3 hours before check-in. All right, you're scheduled to check in this time. Here's your key code. Additional property notes. I think this is a good one to kind of dive into. What that means is, like, if there's anything unique about the property. A common example is like parking. If parking is in a parking deck or on a street, or, hey, don't park on this street because you'll get towed. It's free parking on this street. Here's like a map view. Here's a Canva graphic of which streets to park on, which ones to avoid. Those are on the listing themselves. So each property in Guesty, we've got additional property notes field. So like unique things specifically to that property. Once again, we are sending them the day of check-in just so it's top of mind. Like, oh crap, have you ever plan to check into a place and they're like, hey, don't park on this street? You want to have that available, very readily available on your phone whenever you're checking in, because everybody knows travel days just are terrible. They suck. They're stressful, like coordinating multiple people. You want this to be super, super easy and super simple. And once again, if something changes, like let's say a guest says, hey, this street, you actually can't park on the street anymore. The city changed it. We just have to update it in one spot. And then everything, all the other messages take care of themselves. There's no additional manual work there. This is funny. This is a unique that's funny. I totally forgot this was in here. This is from a farm stay that we used to manage. It was a tiny home community on a farm with like no utilities. All right. So check-in follow-up. So a lot of that work is like done on the front end to make sure all the guests have all the info readily at their fingertips. Now it's managing the active reservation. So we want to, we strive to 5-star quality. So this is like planting the seed of, we expect a 5-star stay. Let us know if there's anything else that we can get ahead of. This is strategic, very, very, probably the most strategic message that we send, because if there's issues, I want to know about them. Like, I can't fix issues. Our team cannot fix issues, and you guys cannot fix issues if you don't know about them. I'm sure everybody has had that guest where they check in, you hear literally nothing from them, and then at checkout, they're like, oh, this was broke, this was broke, this was broke, this was broke. And they're like, I want 100% refund back. Like, give me my money back. And you're like, dude, you didn't say anything the entire stay. Like, no. So you want to get ahead of it. even though that is going to increase the issues that they report. It's kind of like asking for feedback before we get to the review process. The review process is too late. You can't fix those problems at that point. So you want to get it. We've done 20 hours after check-in. I don't know. I can't remember why we did 20 hours, but there was a reason why we did that. So 20 hours after check-in, we were like, hey, how is everything? Most guests are like, oh, place is great, sparkling. Thank you so much. And then we're like, cool. On the occasion where guests are like, hey, I didn't have enough toilet paper, the coffee machine was broken, then we can like troubleshoot. We can be like, okay, was the coffee machine, was it on a trip GFCI breaker? Like, did you check the outlet itself? Like, is there a red button, just hit the reset? Or was it the breaker that tripped? So we can get ahead of those, and guests freaking love it. So checkout reminder. This is kind of the the last step before we they check out. This is, once again, sadly your trip is coming to an end. Check out by this day, this time, to make sure they know. Once again, they probably booked it 6 months ago. They forgot what the checkout time was. And then we've got checkout instructions here. Once again, this is a variable, and each property has different checkout instructions. Like some places have a parking pass where it's like, hey, leave the parking pass on the counter. Some places will have, I don't know, set the thermostat to 75 when you leave. Like, you can dynamically create those. And then this is checkout reminder. So this is a text message, because we want to make sure they are out so our cleaners can go in, because we do have a ton of same day turns where guest checks out at 11. We got another guest checking in at 5, and we've got a couple hour window for our team to go in, turn and burn. Hopefully there's no damaged items, but we've got a very, very short window to do that. So once again, all these are variables. It's a plug and play system. If you use Guesty, you should just be able to plug and play this. Like, you're off on the run. Now, if it's like HostAway or OwnerRez, or let's say you're just using Airbnb automated messages, then you'll have to just kind of plug in those right there. We do have a review follow-up and coupon code. So this is 1 day after checkout. So same thing, we enjoyed hosting you, yada, yada, yada. Are you planning to stay again in the future? This is where we plug our direct booking site. So this will be like city. Insert the direct booking site, and then we'll usually give 10-15% off a coupon code. So once again, I don't think Airbnb has this, probably a property management system specifically, but use the coupon code. It's only valid for 7 days. I think some of ours are valid forever. We do some like promos and some marketing to repeat guests, but that's a very, very good way to increase direct bookings. Currently, I think we're 15% direct booking, something like that. And it's growing every year. So the more and more customers we use, the better and better. This is kind of an advanced strategy right here. And then we'll, if you have any questions, drop them down below. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It helps the channel out, helps me personally out so much. So thank you for watching. This is an advanced, for all those advanced hosts out there that are just not starting out. You want to easily increase your revenue is offering upsells. So this is dependent on what software you use, depending on if you can use it or if you can't use it. But it is very, very powerful if you do decide to do this. So to book more nights if they're available. So essentially, like, okay, let's say somebody's staying Thursday to Sunday. If a Monday is available, we can automatically send them a message saying like, hey, did you want to extend your vacation one more night? We can give you 25% off or whatever it is off on that date. Looking to Head Start. Okay, so this is actually built for that Thursday to Sunday reservation. So if that Wednesday is available, we can offer like an earlier check-in. Like, you want to start your vacation earlier, you want to come that Wednesday, we'll offer you 25% off that day. It is probably the easiest low-hanging fruit to increase revenue without having to get more bookings. Like your easiest customer is a customer that's already a customer. They've already bought. They're already a client. They already trust you. They pulled out their wallet. Like, this is the easiest lowest hanging fruit of anything right now. So depending on your property management system, it's like, I think Hospitable only has it available after the extend your day after the checkout or before. I can't remember exactly what it is, but this is a really, really good strategy to do. And then we just say, log into there or contact your host for more info. I don't think at the time of writing this and pulling this here, I don't think there was a way to fully automate it. But if a guest reaches out like, hey, I want to add one more night. Okay, great. That'll be the last message that we sent. All right, 25% off. Instead of $200, it'll be X amount. And then send them the alteration request there. So once again, I have put this down below the link to this article. It's completely free. Let me make sure. Yes, anyone with the link can view it. So make a copy of it, steal it, take it and run with it. It is my way of giving back. Once again, this thing has been bulletproof tested through thousands of reservations, multi-million-dollar stays. So once again, thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you Wednesday.